everyone, and welcome back to the part 2 of our strawberry cardigan tutorial. In the first part we worked on making the body, and in today's video we are going to be making the sleeves. We are going to work on the bottom ribbing and the front panels where we are going to make the button band as well, and we are going to work on the neck ribbing as well. So yes, that is on the agenda today. As you can see, I'm already done with my body. This is how it is looking like. I'm sorry I cannot fit it into the frame completely, but I'm really liking how it looks when you put it on. I have intentionally left some of these edges so that I can show you how to work these edges on the back side of the strawberry. I have woven in some of these edges, so I will show you two methods on how to do that. As you can see, like nothing is showing on the back side of it, but here I did some strawberry where it is showing on the back side as well. It's your choice how you want to do it. Doing it this way, the strawberry is like more secure to the cardigan. But yeah, it doesn't matter which way you do it, your strawberry is still like very secure to the cardigan. It won't fall off, it won't like I don't know, you won't misplace it basically. Anyhow, they are really nicely secured on here. So yes, let's just begin working. So the very first thing that we will be working on is like weaving in these ends. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating on this strawberry right here that is in front of you. So the way I have been doing my strawberries is that I pick up a strawberry and then I turn it backwards. So you will see the way that we have secured these strawberries on the cardigan. You can easily like turn them around just like this, and now you have the wrong side facing you. So we are going to weave in our ends on this side. So the way I do it is that I look at all the stitches and like just go randomly under some of the stitches right here, just like so. I can go back under there as well just to secure it a little bit more. Can go on top here, and just like that. So I have like weaved in this end to the middle portion of this strawberry. Now I'm going to take my other red thread from here, which is on the other side right here. I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to weave it in such a way that I meet this thread that I have weaved in. Okay, so now we are on the same place with both of our threads, and I'm just going to tie a knot right here, a double knot basically. So once, twice, then I'm just going to like tighten it right here. You can make one more knot as well just to be secure, and then I'm going to cut off the excess yarn from right here, just like so. And now we are going to do the same thing with the green yarns as well. So for me, I carried my yarn while I was working on the puff stitches. So both of my ends are in the same place, but we are not going to tie an end on the front here because it is going to show on the side. So I'm just going to weave it back. It doesn't have to be like very exact or very neat and clean because it won't show in the end. Just make sure that the green thread is going through the green portion and the red yarn is going through the red portion so that it doesn't show on the right side. Like so. And now we are here together on both of the green yarns as well, so I'm going to tie a double knot. Actually, I tie 3 knots just to be extra sure, but 2 knots are going to be enough as well. And then I'm going to cut off this extra yarn from here. As you can see, I'm not really like taking into account if the edges are very neat as well because they are not going to show on the right side. Just like that. So all of my strawberries are woven in the same way. The thread that we have cut off from the back end is not going to show on the other side, and your edges are secure as well. And this is how you are going to weave in the strawberries. Okay, so you can go ahead and weave in all of your ends for the strawberries. I'm just going to start working on my sleeve right here. So let's just go do that. Okay, you can go ahead and weave in all of your ends. I will do that off camera, but I'm just going to show you how are we going to work on the sleeve. So this is how the sleeve hole is looking like. We left it like this, and we are going to attach our yarn right in the armpit area right here. So this is not actually a sleeve, it is just like a distance, sorry, it is just some space between the two stitches that were made on the body here. So we are just going to attach our yarn right in that area. So in the end, when you count your stitches, you'll have one extra stitch because we added this, we are going to be adding this one stitch, right? So let's just go attach our yarn. Sorry, I forgot. Just like this. And then I'm going to make a slip stitch just to attach my yarn, secure my yarn right here. You can go ahead and make chain 2. I'm just going to be making the same corner stitch that I was making on all of my rows right here. So here we go. So your chain 2 will count as a double crochet stitch. Now you're going to make sure that you are working into this corner stitch as well that we worked into while we made the body. So we made a stitch into that corner stitch when we attached it to the body, and make sure that you're not working into this stitch because this is with the body. This is the double crochet of the body, and if you feel like it is going to leave a hole of sorts, you can just make a double crochet decrease right here as we did with the body as well, and it will pull all of this together and will not leave any holes. My goodness. Just like so. So we picked up the double crochet that was causing the hole, and then we attached it with the corner stitch that we have right here, which is going to be our first stitch. So now we are going to work one double crochet in each of the double crochets on the sleeve right here. So while working on the sleeve, I've reached a point where my strawberry is going to be attached. So I will follow the same process as I did with the body, and I'm going to attach my strawberry as I'm working on my sleeve as well. Okay, so now I've reached the second end right here, and there is my corner stitch, and this is the double crochet from the body, and I'm going to do the same right here and make a decrease with this double crochet right here so that there isn't a hole in the end, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet that we made here, just like that, and our row 1 is complete. And then we are going to chain 2 and then turn for the next row. And just like we did for the first row, we are going to work a double crochet around each stitch, and we are going to continue making the strawberries as we made in the body as well, and we are going to continue working until we have the length of the sleeve that we want. But keep in mind that we will be making 2 or 3 inches of ribbing in the end as well, so leave a little bit of space, like maybe leave this much of a space so that you can work some ribbing in. So yeah, Just continue working like this and make your 2 sleeves, and I will meet you once we have done the sleeves. Okay everyone, so here we are towards the end of our sleeve, and if you're wondering, I ended up making 28 rows for my sleeve, 28 rows of double crochet for the size that I needed, the length of the sleeve that matched me. You can make as little or as many rows as you wish or as you need, but right now I am starting row number 29. I just finished my row 28, and row 29 is going to be a little different, so you have to keep in mind when you are making the sleeve to leave like at least 3 to 4 inches of length before you can like tie it off. So yes, for example, if I needed the sleeve to be, let's say 16 inches, I just made like 15 inches, and now on row 29 I am going to start like tying off my sleeve. So yes, okay, so the next row, the row number 29, is going to be different because we are going to be closing off our sleeve. We are going to cinch this sleeve so that we can make a cuff here. So I am going to be making all decreases for row number 29, and I'm just going to show you right here. So let's just begin row number 29. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to turn my work as I was doing as usual. So I'm going to start my double crochet, yarn over, insert my hook into the stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and I'm not going to complete this double crochet, so I'm going to start another double crochet, yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on my hook. Now on my hook I have 2 unfinished double crochets worked, and I'm going to finish them off together. So I'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on my hook, and here is my first decreased double crochet. So one more time, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. So this is the decrease stitch, and I'm going to work a decrease in all of the stitches around for this round. So let's just continue making decreases if you are following me right now at this stage, and I will meet you back towards the end of this row. Okay guys, so I'm left with just last double crochet decrease of the round. So I'll complete the last double crochet just like so, and luckily for me I have even number of stitches in my round, and if you have like odd number of stitches and you are left with just 1 stitch towards the end of the round, it doesn't matter. Just make a regular double crochet stitch into that round, into that stitch, and complete the round just like usual. I'm just going to chain 2, and my next round is going to be a decrease round as well. As you can see, my sleeve has still not tapered off. It is still very big for the size that I would like. So as you can see right here, I decreased it quite a bit. So I used 2 decrease rounds in order to get the fit that I wanted on my wrist. So you can also play around with this. So for me, I found that 2 double crochet decrease would be a good fit for the fit that I want. So I'm just going to go with that. So just like that, I'll turn around, and I'm going to make 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and then I'm going to decrease in the next double crochet. So I'll continue this pattern all throughout the round. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and a decrease. Okay, so I am towards the end of my round, and just like I said in the last row, if you don't have enough number of stitches for the round, it doesn't matter. For example, I ended up with a decrease decrease right here, and then I had one spot left here, so I made a regular double crochet in that round, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the first stitch right here and finish off this round. And into the next round I'll do chain 2, and now we are going to start on the ribbing part, and this is going to be the end of our sleeve. So we are going to be making 3 or 4 rows of regular and front and back post double crochets to make the ribbing for this one. So let's just begin. I'm just going to, so because I am on the front of my work on my cardigan, like the right side of my cardigan, I'm going to make a front post double crochet. So I'll insert my hook. I'll show you how to do that. So yarn over and then insert your hook behind the double crochet post, and then pull up a loop from behind, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you've made a front post double crochet, and in the next stitch I'm going to make a regular double crochet just like so. In the next one I'll make a front post double crochet, in the next one a regular double crochet, then a front post double crochet, and now I have ended up on a decrease, as you can see, for a front post double crochet. I'm not going to take both of the posts of the double crochets into account. I'm just going to go behind one of them and just make a double crochet. It doesn't make any difference. You just need to make sure that you're not going back into the same stitch when you're doing that, because otherwise you will be increasing the stitches. So yes, look closely when you do that, and then go into the next stitch and not into the same stitch. So here, just like that, and then a front post double crochet and a regular double crochet, and just like that we are going to continue working or round, and I will meet you into the next round. Okay guys, so I am towards the end of my first ribbing round, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the first double crochet that we made for this round, and this is going to end on round 1. Now I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. And now this is where it gets interesting. So as you can see, I have a regular double crochet as my first stitch, so I'm going to make a regular double crochet on top of that double crochet, and then I have a front post double crochet into the next one. So I'm going to make a back post double crochet on top of that front post double crochet, because now I'm working on the back side of my cardigan, on the wrong side. So I'm just going to yarn over, and then from the front I'm just going to insert my hook under the post and pull up a loop just like that. We are still doing the same thing, it's just that we are going from behind. First we were going from this side, now we are going from this side. So I'm going to complete this double crochet, and then I'm going to continue working like that, one regular double crochet and one back post double crochet. So this will keep the front of your cardigan or front of your ribbing the same, where you'll have the same ridge going up, because you are alternating between the front post and the back post for the rounds. And if you ended up like on the wrong side of your sleeve for the first round, you will follow round 2 first, and then you're going to follow round 1 for the second round of ribbing. So you're just going to alternate both of these rows until you have a ribbing of your desired width. And I'm just going to make 2 more rounds after completing this one. So in total I'll have 4 rounds of ribbing, and you can go continue making your ribbing, and I will meet you back once we start working on our front panels and the neck right here. So I'll meet you back. Okay everyone, so now that we are done with our sleeves, we are going to move on to our front panels, and we are going to make button bands and ribbing for our front and back panels now. So let's just start doing that. And it's going to be fairly simple, because we are going to follow the same instructions as we did for our sleeves, and we are going to do a double crochet around each of the panels, and then we do front and back post double crochets, but I'm just going to demonstrate how we are going to do that. Also keep in mind that one of the front panels will have the buttonholes in it, so we are going to do that together. I'll show you how I do that. You can use whatever method you find easy or you already know, and but I'll show you how I do that. Anyhow, so I am starting off on this side here. So this is going to be my right side, and this is going to have my buttonholes as well. So let's just start. Okay, so I'm going to attach my yarn in the bottom here of the right panel, just like so. Okay, so yes, I will just go on ahead and make a slip stitch, and then you can just chain 2. This is going to be your first double crochet, and we are going to make 2 double crochets in each of the rows on the side here. So this is my row. I'm going to place 2 double crochets in this row, then 2 double crochets in the next row. So if, for example, you have 10 rows for your front panel, you will end up with 20 double crochets in total. So I'm just going to place 1 double crochet in each row, and this is going to be my first setup row for the button band. I just want to go into the stitch so I don't end up with big gaps. If you have made chain 2, you can just insert your hook into the chain stitch. But since I have made a different sort of like starting double crochet stitch, it is a bit of trick for me to like get into there. Okay, so let's just continue making double crochets along this panel, and I will meet you at the end of row 1, and we will make the row 2 together. Okay everyone, so I am towards the end of my first round of button band. So I have just 1 row left. I'm going to make 2 double crochets in here. So 1 and 2, and then I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. Okay, so for this round now we are going to be making front post and back post double crochets. So if you started on the right side, you are going to be on the wrong side here. So you are going to be making back post double crochets, and if you are on the right side at this moment, you are going to be making front post double crochets. So I'm going to be making back post double crochet. So this chain 2 is going to count as my first double crochet, and then the next one I'm going to be making a back post double crochet. So for the back post I'm going to go behind it like this. So back post double crochet and a regular double crochet in the next one, then a back post double crochet and a regular double crochet in the next one, a back post double crochet again, and then a regular double crochet in the next one. And so this is the pattern that I'm going to follow, and on the right side we are going to see a ribbing sequence forming. So this is what we want. So I'm going to meet you at the end of this row once I've done making a row of back post and regular double crochets. So alternate between a back post and front post if you are working on the wrong side, and work a front post and a regular double crochet if you're working on the right side, and I'll meet you back. Okay guys, so I am done with the second row of my button band as well. So I am starting my row 3, and before starting round 3 we need to have our buttons ready to go, because we will be making buttonholes in this round. And also you need to take out some stitch markers or maybe scrap yarn and mark where your buttons are supposed to go. I have randomly placed my stitch markers. I have just visually placed them at an equal distance. So yeah, there's no like science to where you want to put your buttons and how many buttons you want to put on your sweater. I just marked 10 buttons for myself, and I have placed some stitch markers just for ease. So that I know where I would be making my buttonholes. So let's just begin. I will give you some time and you can go ahead, mark your buttonholes and also get your buttons ready so that we can get started. Okay, so hopefully you have your button band ready to go and you have marked your buttonholes. We are going to get started on round 3. So for round 3, I have made double crochet on top of the double crochet for the previous round, and now I will be making a front post double crochet on top of the back post double crochet from the previous round. So I'll go ahead and place a front post double crochet right here, and then into the next one I'll put a regular double crochet just like so. And now I'm going to make my first buttonhole. So since this stitch is tall enough, I'm just going to make chain 1 and then I'm going to make a regular double crochet into the next round. Here you can see. So it has left me with quite a big hole for this button to pass through. So you can just try it out like this. If you feel like your buttons are really small, you can just go ahead and continue making regular row without leaving any stitches, and you can use these holes right here as your buttonholes as well. So for the bigger buttons, just like mine are, I had to like leave some gap here, so I changed one, and now my button is passing through through this hole very easily. But if you have a smaller button and you feel like this sort of a buttonhole is going to be quite a lot for you, you can just skip this chain 1 stitch and you can just use the regular row where you place front post double crochet on the back post of the previous round and a regular double crochet on the regular double crochet, and you can just continue on working. But if you have bigger buttonholes, you can just make a chain 1, skip the stitch that you have marked, and then make a double crochet, regular double crochet onto the next one. So yeah, this is how we are going to be making buttonholes. So I'm going to continue making my row as usual. So next I have a front post double crochet. So I'll make a front post double crochet right here, and then a regular double crochet. I'll make a regular double crochet right here, then a front post again, a regular one again, a front post, and a regular one. And then I'm again at a place where I have a stitch marker, which means I'm going to leave a buttonhole. So chain 1, skip that stitch, make a regular double crochet into the next one, and then front post, regular double, front post. Now I'm again on a stitch marker and my stitch marker is again on a front post, so I'll chain 1, skip that stitch and make a regular double crochet into the next one. Now this is a coincidence that all of my stitch markers so far have been on a front post double crochet. Yours might be on a regular double crochet, but you'll follow the same technique where you will skip that stitch, make a chain 1, and then follow the regular procedure or the regular pattern of your previous round and make your double crochets, whether it be front post double crochet or a regular double crochet. So I'm going to continue making this round and I will meet you for round 4. Okay everyone, so I am now on to my last round for this button band. I have already made all of my buttonholes here, and let's just get started on the last round. So it is falling on the wrong side of my cardigan, so I will be making the back post double crochets. So let's just get started. So I've made a regular double crochet. Into the next one I will be making a back post double crochet and then a regular double crochet, And now I am on to the buttonhole. So I will be making a regular double crochet on top of it, but I will be taking just the top 2 loops of this chain. So I don't know if how visible it is, but you are not going to take that loop, because if we take like insert or hook directly into this loop, then over time it is going to expand, it is going to stretch out, and your buttons might not be as tight. Your buttonholes might not be as tight as you would like them to be. So yes, make sure that you are not taking this into account, this bottom loop of the chain, and just taking the top 2 loops. So I'm just going to show you closely onto my next buttonhole. Let's just continue making our row here. So regular double crochet here, and then a back post double crochet here. Regular double crochet, back post double crochet, regular double crochet, back post double crochet. Okay, so I'm on to my next chain 1 space, and this is where the top 2 loops are. You can see them clearly when you see it from the top, and then there is a loop on the bottom side here as well, this. So we are not going to insert or hook under the chain, but we are going to insert it between this loop and the top 2 loops. So let's just do that. Yarn over and insert it right here and pull up a loop. Now this bottom loop will make sure that over time our buttonhole is not going to expand. And continue making the double crochets as usual. So this way you are going to make your last round, and with that we are going to be done with our first panel, and then we are going to make the same sort of ribbing onto the other side, but without the buttonholes. So you're going to make 4 rows of front and back post double crochets onto the other side as well, but you are not going to be making buttonholes in your round 3, because we are going to be placing buttons onto that round. So you can go ahead and make that, and I will meet you after we have made both of the button panels, and I'm going to show you how to do the bottom ribbing and the neck ribbing as well. And before I go, it doesn't matter where you attach your yarn onto the other panel as well. Just make sure if you are attaching it on the top, and then you will be working on the right side first, and then the second row will be on the back side. So you will be making back post double crochets first, and then onto the third round you will be making front post double crochets. But if you are starting on the bottom here, you will be working on the wrong side first. So the second row will be your front post double crochets, and the third row will be your back post double crochets. So this is the only distinction that you have to keep in mind. Otherwise it is completely similar to what we did here, just without the without the buttonholes. Okay everyone, so I am done making my ribbing band, and I have ended on my neckline right here, and I have just made my last stitch. So I'm not going to cut off my yarn, but I am going to continue making my neck ribbing from this point onwards. So our neck ribbing is going to be the same as we did for our button bands. It's just that we have some button bands in here, and then we have some regular stitches. So for the button bands, we will be making 2 double crochets per row of this button band, which is going to be like 8 stitches for these 4 rows. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2 and start working on this. So you don't have to make the neck ribbing at all, and you can make it as tall or short as you want it to be. If you don't want to make the neck ribbing, you can just continue making a row of single crochets all around the neckline, just so you end up with a nice edge on the neckline as well. But since I have made foundation double crochets, my edging is already like really nice. It's just that it is your personal preference. It is not a must. So I'm going to continue making my neck ribbing right here. So I have made chain 2, that is going to be my first double crochet, and then I am going to make a double crochet into the same row, then 2 double crochets into the next row of the ribbing for the button band. So 4, then 3rd row, so 6, and then the final row, so 7 and 8. So 8 double crochets, and then I'm going to continue making 1 double crochet each for each of the stitches until I reach my second button band here, and then I'm going to do the same over here as well. So I'll make 2 double crochets into each row of this button band, and then the next rows, they follow the same process as well. So I'm on my wrong side. In the next one, I will be making front post double crochet and a regular double crochet, and then if I decide to make any more rows, then I'm going to make back post double crochet for row 3 and then front post double crochet for row 4 as well. So this is the this is the pattern that you have to keep in mind, so that you get this ribbing pattern onto, so you can get these ridges or this ribbing onto your bands. Anyhow, for attaching the buttons here, I will show you one small thing. So since we have made the buttonholes in row 3 here, it is always best that you attach your buttons onto the row 2 of this ribbing on the other side. Otherwise, like it is not going to lay on top of each other very nicely. So this is where you'll attach your buttons. So like both of the ribbings, they overlap each other really nicely. And one tip that I can give you for attaching the buttons is that, so lay it flat like this. Okay, I'll make sure that both my button bands are laying flat on each other, and both the edges, they are like falling on top of each other on this side, and on the top here as well. So on top and bottom, I'll make sure like they are laying on top of each other and there is no like mismatch in here. And then I'm going to put my buttons onto the buttonhole here. So for example, this is a buttonhole, so I'm going to place my button on top of here, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach the button right here, and this way it is going to give me the buttons placement right where the buttonholes are. Like they are not going to be misaligned or mismatched, they are going to be perfectly aligned this way. So this is one trick that I follow whenever like I'm attaching buttons. Otherwise, you can make your button band first, attach your buttons, and then you can put it on top of, like you can put the other one on top of the buttons, and then you can mark your buttonholes right at the place where your buttons are falling. And then yeah, this is another way of doing it. So it is just like the same technique, just like they are the opposites of one another. In one you attach the button first, and the other one you make the buttonholes first, and then you use the buttonholes for the placement of buttons. So use whichever one you prefer. So once you are done making the ribbing for the neck hole, you are going to follow the same process for the bottom ribbing as well. So in this case, you are going to turn your cardigan around, and you're going to attach your yarn either on this side or onto this side, whichever one you prefer, and you are going to continue making double crochets across, and then you're going to make the next rows as front post and back post double crochets, just like we did for the button bands as well. So all the ribbings are the same, you just have to make sure where you're attaching the yarn. So yes, I'm going to continue making these, and I will show you the net result at the end. And here is the final product. I am so obsessed with it. Everybody who saw this has been like praising and saying good things about this sweater, and my sister has already called dibs on this one. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope yours turned out good as well. I really love it. I don't know. I think if given a chance, I might change the buttons to something else. I don't think like they are adding anything to the sweater, but yeah, overall, this is such a good cardigan. The length is nice. I love the length. And yeah. Let me know in the comments below how yours turned out. Share your pictures on Instagram and tag me, and I would love to see your creations as well. So with that, I think we'll end the video here. And yeah, do share your thoughts about this tutorial in the comments below. Do give your feedback, and I will be waiting to hear back from you. So I will take my leave. I'll end this video here, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay connected. Bye.